Guys, what is going on? Got a match from the most recent Digimon Online Regionals versus Red Hybrid here. I am playing Machinedramon over on the right. Really powerful deck. I think kind of slept on against a lot of the meta decks in this format. You see I'm playing against Red Hybrid. Really fast and powerful. Very consistent, especially with mulligans. And we're going to see a pretty strong opening here from both players. So my opponent is going to go Flamemon in the back. And then the BT12 Flamemon to ditch a hybrid to draw 2 cards. And I'm going to go ahead and go Haguru into Tank into Black Memory Boost. Can't really get much better than that. Tankmon's a really cool card because while it is a vanilla, it is simultaneously a 1 cost, which helps you out quite a lot because this deck is pretty memory inefficient at times. Black Memory Boost also helps out with that, gets you a search, and I am choking my opponent 2-1. Tankmon is also a cyborg, so he is searchable off of the BT11 Machinedramon. So we're going to see some Red Hybrid shenanigans, of course, just swinging into security, and then Digivolving the Agunimon to pass turn, which is a pretty strong play, especially because, well, while they could have definitely just swung the Flamemon into the security there, they wouldn't have gotten the draw off the Yokomon. So this way, if I do remove the Agunimon, they'll be able to play a Flamemon suspended, as well as potentially float into Takuya as well, and then get the draw off of the Yokomon there. So it's going to pass over to me, and with my memory, I'm going to go ahead and pop the Black Memory Boost to go up to 3, go down to 0 with the Andromon, and being able to look at top 3 and grab a level 6 that I need, which is going to be Chaosdramon. And then not only that, but of course putting up the level 5s in my trash. So it's really powerful. I love Metal Mamemon, Metal Tyranno, all the EX1 cyborgs that help with the consistency. And then since I'm able to use Chaosdramon's effect, I can devolve the Agunimon down to the Flamemon again, getting around its on deletion. Simultaneously, I am drawing a card off of the Doraemon since materials were stuck underneath my sources there. My opponent is going to go Burning Gray on top of the Flamemon. Now that the Burning Gray is just on a rookie, it is going to cost 3, so quite a big investment. And it does go up to plus 3k or something, I believe. Definitely going to be smaller than the Chaosdramon since I do have the Andromon underneath. I've got blocker, but the thing about Red Hybrid is it can float into so many more cards, getting you really good value for your plays. Being able to float into a Takuya there, the memory cost, the memory tamer, one that costs 4, and then not only that, getting a draw off the Yokomon, and then ending turn with the Boko is going to reveal top 5, grabbing 2 of those cards there. So we are going to see a BT7 Takuya as well as the BT12 Agunimon, and then we also see that our opponent does have the 5 hybrids in trash for the Spirit Evolution with the Takuya. So that's the potential coming down Emperor Greymon in the next couple of turns. So we're going to go ahead Doraemon into Doru. Chaosdramon is going to swing, being able to pop the Bokomon on attack and then hitting into security there. Nothing really too big to worry about in security aside from, of course, the Takuyas. But most lists of Red Hybrid are just playing the 8 red tamers. Atomic Inferno is basically the only thing other than that you really have to worry about. But with a blocker, reboot blocker on my field, as well as the Analog Man, I'm not really worried about that whatsoever. Analog Man not only doubles as a consistency card, but it also does let me redirect one of my opponent's attacks into a level 6 machine on my field, so effectively getting 2 blocks here. So we are going to utilize Analog Man's effect. Now the reason I did this as opposed to blocking with the Chaosdramon is because with 3 memory, my opponent can go level 4 hybrid, Aldemon, a total of 3 memory, Aldemon plus 4k, Takuya's plus 2k, I think. So he would be big enough to beat over the Chaosdramon. So while I do have the protection, it would make it so that he would be able to waste the protection on me, and then after that pass turn with the Emperor Greymon, they'd be able to then delete my Chaosdramon with the Emperor's effect. So a lot of stuff you got to keep track of. So we are going to block, or rather redirect with the Analog Man, and then my opponent is going to be able to play out a Takuya as well as a Flamemon rested there to then search top 3 for a Red Hybrid as well as a Red Tamer. So then we're going to see BT4 Flamemon once again revealing top 3. Typical Red Hybrid stuff, just rookie rushing me down. I can remove the board pretty easily though. I think once you get to a stable position like this where you got multiple blocks in field, my opponent's not really touching my security I think I can, handle this sort of field. The only thing that really poses a problem is the 4-cost Takuya, because I can't remove that with any of my inherited effects. I do have both the Metal Greymon that allows me to attack unsuspended Digimon, and then the Gigadramon, or rather the Megadramon. I always get the two confused. You guys know which I mean. The level 5 cyborg that lets you pop Tamers or Digimon that are 3 cost or lower. So that definitely lets me just swing into security here, being able to simultaneously pop one of the Takuyas there. So gonna hit an Aldemon, opponent down to 3 security, and I do have 2 Digimon in play, or rather for next turn, because the Greymon there is going to be evolved in the back. And the Greymon I really like a lot because it is a just kind of generic blocker inherited. I'm sorry, the Greymon is actually in front here. We promoted the Doraemon, so we're going to swing over the suspended Flamemon and then probably get rid of the last Flamemon with something like a Metal Greymon or a Megadramon. And yes sir, we are going to see the Megadramon. Once again, this card is probably the MVP of the entire day. If you guys are interested in like my breakdown of the meta, or like what I played against, or kind of my thoughts on that, maybe I'll do a deck profile here. But I am playing 3 of the Megadramon in this list just because it is so good into so many of the decks. This format, Hunters, Red Hybrid, Beelzemon, not only those, but of course Rogue stuff as well. So being able to just evolve, pop a rookie, our opponent really only has one play here, is going to be going into the Emperor Greymon. So we're going to see a Gunimon here for 2, and then Aldemon, or sorry, rather we are going to see the Burning Greymon for a cost of 1 from Gunimon, and it does get plus 2k. Then we're going to see a Gravity Crush to give our opponent the necessary memory that they need to be able to then go into the Aldemon plus 4,000. So I think we're plus a total of 8k, sitting at a 16k Aldemon, definitely big enough to threaten anything on my board, which is again why I kind of need to be careful on which stack I block with, or whether I redirect or not, just because there is also the threat of losing my Machinedramon, or rather Chaosdramon in this case, by battle. So opponent here is going at security, I think, which is going to be just 1 check at 18,000. So we are going to block. With the Chaosdramon. Of course, it would be deleted by battle, so we can then just detach 2 cyborgs, 2 level 5 cyborgs, to save it instead. And then now our opponent is going to go into the aforementioned Emperor Greymon here, presenting them with a choice, either being able to delete my Chaosdramon. Actually, no, Chaosdramon does have 2 more level 5s underneath. So we do have 1 more layer protection, so if they do choose to target the Chaosdramon, it'll effectively pass turn, not accomplishing much. So I do think that they made the right decision deleting the Megadramon stack there, because then I could have followed it up with another Chaosdramon, and then they wouldn't have been in a good position whatsoever. So we are going to start our turn at 3, going to 5, I think, because of the Gravity Crush, as well as the Analog combo here. So we are going to Digivolve into the Doraemon in the back for 0, and with 5 memory to work with, I think I have quite a bit of leeway to do mostly whatever I want. Our opponent doesn't really have anything in play other than that Flamemon in the back. We've got 4 security, we're stabilized, we're in a really good position, so I don't think our opponent will be able to do much if we are able to out this Emperor Greymon. And out it I shall, because I really need to get that guy off the field. Sec attack plus 1, 12, I think he's base 12, base 11, something like that, but basically it'll go to bigger than my Chaosdramon with the Takuya, as well as the other hybrid inheriteds. So really big body, floats into Takuya, so we are actually just going to swing over it. So it is base 11, we're going to swing over that, and then it does float into Takuya on deletion. But that's okay, because what we can do is drop something like the Heavy Mobile Digimon option card, being able to utilize this card to effectively give all of my Digimon, level 6 Digimon with machine that traits Rush and Blitz if they do have material. So this allows me to play something like EX1 Machinedramon, sticking 4 cyborgs, 5 cyborgs with different names. So we got 4 here, Metal Tyrannomon, as well as Metal Grey, Metal Mame, and Megadramon. So no blocker, but we do have Reboot, and the ability to pop the Takuya. So we are going to blitz, swinging into security, popping the Takuya, and then establishing another really big unoutable stack. Our opponent hits, we hit Atomic Inferno, but our opponent is actually just going to scoop it up, not able to really out our big invincible stack. So guys, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know down in the comment section if you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.